Hi, how are you? The rest of our team should be joining shortly. This is just kind of like the pre-entrance.
How's it going?
No, I was just saying, like, hi, like, welcome. I'm part of the 10 Capital team. The other people should be joining shortly.
Sure, yeah, sure. Nice to see you. I'm afraid the sound is a little bit low, so it's in my side, I think. So I will try to figure out how to just raise the sound because I can barely hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I can
My
hear
name is
you.
Hisham, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Demia. Like I said, I'm part of the 10 Capital team.
Okay. I will try to see how to raise I'm just using the speaker, but the sound is a little bit low.
It might be me. I don't know. I have new like headphones that I'm trying, so it could be them, and I just don't know. But
Maybe it's in your side, I don't know. But I can listen to YouTube. It's loud. But when I listen here in Zoom, I think it's not that high.
yeah, I have complications at times, hence why I had to get headphones because I would try to listen and I'm like picking up my computer, like trying to like listen to it.
Yeah,
I
technology is
can't hear.
problem. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Sometimes it,
like, I'm like, what are you saying? What are you saying? And then plus I have a 1 year old, so then she's like trying to talk to me, and I'm like, friend.
yeah, yeah. There is a lot of problems with technology. Yeah,
Yeah, thankfully, a lot of times I have my camera off, so they don't, so the team doesn't see that I have like the computer like up to my head, like trying to listen to it.
oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah,
Yeah, thankfully the camera's usually a lot of the time the camera's off. Otherwise, who knows what they would do? The team's like, what? Hold on, what?
yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
one of the
everyone else,
worst situations.
yeah, technology, it's like technology is such a hit and miss.
Are we only the two persons in the room right now?
As of right now, yeah. So the time to join was like between like 11:30 11:45. And then the event officially starts at well, like on my time. And then the event officially starts at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So 11 a.m. Central time. I'm not sure where you are.
Yeah. Uh, just give me a second. I'll try to raise the volume a little. So I'll ask Gemini about it. So uh,
Sounds good.
just give me a minute.
No problem. Hi, Ho.
Hi, Demia. Thanks for joining.
Of course.
Hey,
Hi, Hesham. Thanks for joining.
yeah, good day. How are you? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. Looking forward to our pitches today. Hope we have some fun with this.
I hope so. Yeah. Hope so.
First way. Goody, goody. Did you want to go ahead and check out your slides, see if they work, Hesham?
Sure, sure. Yeah, sure. Can I share now?
Yeah, go ahead and try share.
All right.
We got 12 companies pitching today, so well, 5 minute pitch, 5 minute Q&A. We can see your slides and your audio sounds good. If you can advance the slides, I hope you can keep that window open. Sometimes we do the run through and then people later can't find the slides anymore because they're
Yeah.
a sea
No,
of
no, it's okay.
windows up there, can hide it.
Yeah.
But
Now keep
looks
it open, no problem.
yeah.
Um, I worked on the modification you just mentioned. I hope it's gonna be okay. And I see that you made modification at the last time to like group all the fleet interest investor or fleet management together or something like that.
Uh, yeah, that was one thought I had. We'll see how it plays with this group here, see what questions we get. With 5 minute Q&A, we usually get 5 questions and then we're out of time. But at the end, I'll ask each investor who they want to follow up with and we'll make introductions to them. I think most everybody's in the calendar invite. Let me check that.
Think my colleague entrepreneur are also in the same field. They are doing related stuff or related business. So
Okay.
it's good. It's good to have all together at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Should be a good group. Let's see here.
Everything good from my side. I see someone joined us. I wonder why the people didn't join yet. I think we should attend like 30 minutes earlier. Um,
We try
I
to
thought
tell people to come 15 minutes early to test out the slides. I do know some people have schedules that they can't join at the beginning. They're going to join later in the session when they closer to their pitch. So that happens a lot.
bad news about my colleague, Mahmoud. He was about to attend, but his mom just passed away half a minute ago.
Oh, sorry to hear
I'm
that.
sorry, half an hour ago. So, yeah, he apologized for not attending. And it's bad news for me. But
Oh,
still have another one. Samir is our advisor. He will be there. But I think I'm the only one who's gonna talk. I think they're not gonna talk. Which is
oh.
only mine. Maybe if some questions are hard or something, maybe they will intervene, or Sam will intervene. Uh, but for Mahmoud, I think this will be recorded somehow.
Yes, we're recording it. It's being recorded right now, and then we'll edit it to make it available for people that want to catch up with it.
All right. Hey, Sham, what's up, man?
Hey Mustafa, how are you? How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to
Nice
see
to
you.
see you, man. Yeah. Nice haircut, man. I love it.
Yeah, I was playing now with the Meta Guest 3. It's amazing VR, and I was trying to portray my face. And I noticed that I have nothing to add to my avocado. So it's just nothing in
You're
my
good.
post.
You're good.
Yeah,
You're good. Don't worry.
thank you. Thank Um, I think, Mustafa, you're aware that the investors are, at least the entrepreneur, are in the same field, right? These are, I just checked them out and I noticed that they are all in the same category, like they are all in the fleet management and stuff. So
Yeah.
this is intentional, of course, right, or deliberate.
Which investors are you most interested in?
Well, not import. I think Alchemist. There is Alchemist. They are. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right. They are interesting in software as a service in general, or any subscription on a website. That's what I just read about them. So they are interesting to me, of course. I'm not sure it's pronounced Alchemist or Alchemist. But
Huh. Okay. All right.
so I just downgraded the raise because I made reverse engineering to the company code and everything, and I thought that when I talked to you last time it was 700 grand, but that's the exaggerating number. I made a reverse engineering, and I think it's gonna be 300 grand. That's gonna be the raise for the next 18 months. So just I'm gonna
Okay.
fix that. Yeah, but I think it's more realistic. Where are you actually, Hal? Are you in Texas right now? Or
I'm in Austin, Texas right now.
okay,
So our home
okay,
base is Austin. So having a lot of fun with
wait,
it here.
yeah, Cowboys.
That's right. That's right.
And that's I think it's in the morning now. It's morning for you.
Uh-huh. It's 10:51 here, 52 in Austin right now.
Yeah,
So
okay, you day. Now we are here in Egypt. It's sunset, so it's the day's over. But it's okay that good that we found like a point that we can meet together.
yeah, it
Okay
should be
for me
good.
to connect with the phone too. Besides this one, if something happened, I think it's the link is open. I can use my phone too if something happened here, right?
I believe so.
Just backup or fallback. Sometimes technology betrays you.
It's,
Hello, good evening, gentlemen.
hello, Nora. Thanks for joining.
Hello, how are you doing? I
Doing
was just
good, doing
checking,
good. Yeah,
making sure my gear is working. Everything is fine in place.
I
Everything
think
is fine.
so. I think we are ready for it.
Super. Then I'll be on mute until when I'm ordered in.
Right. I believe you're up number two there.
Yeah, I think we are. All the best for everyone. Inshallah, this will be a great day.
I believe so. Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much.
As just quick questions. Do you know what's my order in pitching?
I think you're six out of 12. If some people aren't here, we'll you may go earlier because we'll just move them to the back of it.
It's okay, it's fine. I'm willing to listen to all the ideas, of course. So
I think it's interesting. 5 minute pitches go by pretty quick. Then it's interesting to see what questions the investor asks too. Kind of gives you a sense of what they look for, what's important to them, even in advance. If you can hear what investors are asking other people, you can predict what they might ask you.
sure. I have no worry about the pitching. I'm worried about the question.
Yeah, the pitch is easy. The questions are hard, or can be in
Yeah,
some cases.
yeah, yeah. But I think because one of my colleague wants to attend, he will just enter if my order is fixed, so it's about 1 hour from now. So say,
Yeah, about so, I think. Let's see. Ahmed, oh,
cut off, or if someone just keep going because I think this happens with you a lot. Someone just keep pitching. Are you gonna cut him off or you
Yes,
gonna?
yes, we have to. If we get everybody through, we do. Hey, Ahmed, thanks for joining today. Did you want to test out your slides to see if they work?
Hi, Hall. Hi, everybody. Okay, I can
Hello.
try. I can
Oh,
try my slides.
Yes,
Okay, just give me
please.
a second. So should I click on replace current share, right?
Yes, yes, go ahead. We just tested that one. It works fine, and love to see yours up there. Hi,
Hi.
Chris. Thanks for joining.
Hey, definitely good to see everybody.
Looking forward to it.
Hey, Chris.
How are you, Mustafa?
Doing pretty good, yeah. Thank you.
Good.
He's here.
So sorry for that. I'm not so good with Zoom. I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen.
um, Hesham, maybe you can stop sharing your screen.
yeah, sure. Yeah. I think it's. I think I'm not sharing anything right now.
Okay, that sounds good. After Ahmed, we'll have Charles at Delvify share their screen next.
Yeah. Hello.
Uh, I, I think we see it now.
So can you see it now?
Yes, we can. Yeah, so I think you're in good shape there. Appreciate you sharing the
Right.
screen. If you can advance it, that it works. All right.
Right.
Thank you for that.
Right. No worries.
Next up, Charles at Delphi. If you could share your screen, see if it comes up okay. And we see it. You got it full screen. That looks
Yeah,
good.
no notes, just the screen.
Just the screen. And it's
Awesome.
advanced, so I think it works. Thank you for doing that.
Good. Yep.
Uh,
We have timer.
Verofax.
Yeah.
Verofax, if you can launch your slides and test it out.
Sure thing.
We'll have you go next, Ahmed Mohsen.
Perfect. Allow me 1 second.
Sure.
Perfect.
We see the slides. They look good. Thank you for doing that. Next, Ahmed Mohsen, you want to test out your slides?
Yeah, just a second.
All right.
Yeah. Can you see it now?
We see it now.
Yep.
Can you put them in full slide mode?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, that should work.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, that looks good. Thanks for
Okay.
doing that.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hey,
Hello,
Gadira.
everyone.
Thanks for
Hello.
joining.
Hey.
Okay. We have a few more screen checks and then we'll kick off here in just a moment. I think we have next is Rowan Alawi of Trase here. Are you here yet, Rowan? Don't think so. Of Rowan Alawi of Trase.
Not here.
Okay, not yet. ElGameya, Ahmed Mahmoud.
Ahmed, are you here?
Hi,
You're here?
Okay.
Okay.
yes, and I'll be presenting today.
Yeah, go ahead and
One-
test out your slides. Put your slide up there, see if it comes up. And we have two more, and then we will probably kick off. We will go through and introduce the investors first.
Do we have Ali?
Ali
Ali's
Dejani,
here?
are you there, Ali?
Yep.
Ali's here. Okay.
All right, Mudiri. So
So we're missing Ahmed Mohsen and
No,
Rawan.
I'm here. I'm here, Mustafa.
All right. Okay. So Ahmed is here. Rawan, are you here?
not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet. Okay.
We got Paul of
So
NGX. Paul, you want to test out your slides?
Sure. Yeah. Sorry.
And they're coming up.
Yeah.
And we see them now. You're going into full screen mode.
Yeah.
That looks good. Okay. Who in the company side have we not tested? Yeah, is anybody?
Jaka. Hey,
Me.
Jaka. Yeah. Where is he?
And also me.
Okay.
And Tanya.
All right. I don't see Pete here yet. So let's go ahead and test your slides.
Tanya, can you test two slides?
Yeah, sure.
Wheels. Okay.
I think we need to test ours too. Just one moment, please.
Yes, yes. We'll have you do next after Wheels. Wheels looks good.
Okay. Is it working?
Yes, we see your slides. They look good. Thanks for doing that.
Right.
All right, let me give it a shot.
Look good. Who else are we missing?
That'll be me.
That's everyone.
Okay.
She's in. Rawan is in. Rawan is here.
Roman, let's test your slides out after this group.
Can you see mine?
Yes, we can. Yours look good.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
All right.
This comes Trace.
Rawan, are you here? Oh, okay. Not yet.
Oh.
We have some people on the waiting room. Jamia, can you let everybody in?
Okay.
So
Is Badr here?
Jack is here.
Sorry, Mustafa, my colleague is in the waiting list.
Yeah.
I just got in. Thanks.
Okay, we'll cut everybody. I think. Hey, man. So, Rowan, are you here?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we hear
can.
you. Yeah. Can you test your slides quick?
Yeah, I can do that.
After this, we will have everybody here, and next step will be have each investor introduce themselves with just a few words, not a long discussion. And after we finish that, we'll kick off with our first presentation. Introduction shouldn't take more than just a few minutes. But it's useful to know who's in the room with us.
Can I ask a quick question in the meantime?
Yes.
Is there a specific queue or order of presentations or like a schedule for the next 2 hours that we can see?
Yes, we'll put that in the chat box, or you want to show that on the screen,
Yeah.
Yeah, Rowan, your slides look good. Thank you for that. They look good. With that, let's look at the order. You want to show that, Mustafa? So I can call it out.
Yeah. So I
Go
can put the list on the chat. But we start with ElGameya and then Yalla fil Sikka and then Trase and then Verofax goes next. Theme Solutions, Aristawi and Navi Holding, Modiri, For Wheels, Delphi, Nginx, and Jaka. I'll put the order in the chat so everybody can see it.
With that, let's meet the investors today. We have with us first Badr. Badr, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your fund? Just 15 seconds.
Thank you, Hall and Mo. I see some familiar faces here. Hey, Jack, how you doing? My name is Badr. I'm from Saudi Arabia. We run a VC-backed accelerator, and we focus on selected sectors, for example, healthcare, Fintech, etc. As long as these startups operate in Saudi. This is our main thesis.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
Bahar, can you tell us about yourself and your group?
Hello everyone, happy to be here. It's Bahar Al Harbi from Startups House. We basically run an early stage fund that invests in regardless Saudi-based or non-based startup. In addition, they have to come in and operate within the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So happy to be here and thank you for this amazing session.
Thank you. Jack Whelan. Jack, can you tell us about yourself and your group?
Good afternoon, everyone. And sorry, I'm a bit flustered. Just got back from a long drive. But Jack Whalen, formerly with International Accelerator here in Austin, was a pre-seed seed stage accelerator as well as a fund that worked exclusively with international founders, helping them come into the US. Was joining with Humanity Capital, which was a brand new fund focusing on longevity companies, basically in the consumer investment space that had impact in the GCC region. That's become a much longer process, unfortunately, with the Iran conflict. So kind of acting as a free agent right now, but still staying active.
Great. Thank you. Mohammed Quadri. Mohammed, can you tell us about yourself and your group?
Hi, everyone. I'm Mohammed Quadri. I'm a physician, entrepreneur, founder. We invest in companies led by adoption. So we call ourselves adoption-led commercialization platform that invest in late seed stage, early Series A, selective Series B companies to support workforce empowerment, patient empowerment, fintech, and cybersecurity. We are boundary agnostic, geography agnostic, as long as one meets an unmet clinical needs rapidly, accurately, in real time, then we invest in those companies. Very nice to be here.
Great. Thank you. Oscar Ulysses, can you tell us about your group there at
Thanks,
Cadra?
Paul. Yeah, hi. My name is Oscar. I'm from Mexico City. And together with Roberto, we are the co-founders of Capital Venture Partners. So we're an investment, we're like a VC firm. Our first fund is a Fintech fund, and we are based between Dubai, Mexico, and the US. And we're early stage, and we want to find crazy problem solvers as founders that actually solve problems. And our focus is we will back any company, even if it's from the US, from Mexico, from Brazil, from Saudi Arabia, but they just have to be based or set up base in the UAE, just to make it simple for everyone. Nice to meet you guys.
Great, thank you. Roberto, you want to add anything to that?
No, thank you. Together with Oscar, we're starting this firm, and yeah, as Oscar said, I mean we're also very interested in fintech AI enabled companies. Like we see AI as the core of everything that will happen in the next few years, and it's happening now. So we really want to like boost all this new generation of companies. So very happy to be here, and yeah, anything just let us know.
Great, thank you. Next up is Alanouf Alzamel. Are you here, Alanouf? Maybe still coming. Next up is
I'll fix hair right now.
Okay. Next up is Wael Alberto. Aburrita, Wael Fikra Ventures.
Yeah, he's not here yet. We have Dr. Siham.
Okay. Next up is I think Sahim Gawash is coming in a few minutes later too.
Hi everyone, I am Siham Ghalwash. I am an Egyptian and I am an assistant professor at the American University in Cairo. I am an impact investor. I invest in early stage startups that have social and environmental impact in Egypt and the Arab region.
Great, thank you. Alessandro Asante of Global Ventures. Next up is Rishab Anand.
Yeah, thanks, Mario. Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. I'm joining from Doha. From the venture team of QDB, Qatar Development Bank. We run the Startup Qatar Investment Program, which is a sovereign VC investment program from the state of Qatar. Typically, we invest from seed to Series B with ticket sizes from $1 million to $10 million. We're sector agnostic, and much like my friends from Saudi who mentioned that the startup needs to move to Saudi, we have a similar mandate with the startup having some angle about Qatar, either relocating, hiring talent, stuff like that. So glad to be here.
Next up is Gadir Magoob of Alchemist Doha.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gadir. I'm also based in Doha. We formed the Alchemist Doha in partnership with the Alchemist Accelerator from San Francisco. We are fully funded by the Qatari government as well. Our mandate is to invest in global technical founders and also relocate them and their basically R&D capabilities to Qatar. And we basically try to headhunt those founders and bring them here. We're also sector agnostic and we invest up to $1 million per company. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Tunk Berkman of Turkey. Is Tunk here? I will check with him. And next up is Yusuf Esem Omesh, Qatar Science and Technology Park.
Thanks, Hall, and good to be here and good to see a lot of familiar faces, including Ghadir and other folks from Qatar. Here from QSDP, Qatar is kind of national innovation and startup incubation hub, helping run its $30 million early stage fund that we just launched recently and investing at the early stages of companies that are headquartered in the country and that are also building at the cutting edge of deep tech.
Great. Did I miss any investors? I think we have a few more that will be coming later, but with that, let's go and kick off. We have our first presenter is going to be ElGameya. If you guys can launch your slides and kick off with ready. For those in the room, they'll each have 5 minutes to pitch. At 5 minutes, we will stop and move to the questions. We typically will ask five investors to ask one question each. If you can put your interest in the chat box or in the reaction, raise your hand. We'll know which 5 to choose. But with that, go ahead, ElGameya, and kick off.
Okay, thank you all. Hi, everyone. My name is Yasmin, and I am the co-founder and COO of ElGameya. So basically, the way we see it, people do 3 things with money. They either borrow when they need it, they save when they've set something aside, or they invest when they have even more set aside and they want to grow it. So for these 3 jobs, we have built our platform and it allows people to borrow, save, and invest their money through something that is known as the ROSCA model, which is Rotating Savings and Credit Association. And basically, for those who are not familiar with the model, it's a very traditional money management technique that has been used in Egypt, in the region, and actually in countries outside of the Middle East. So let's imagine that there are 10 of us, and we are all pulling a total sum of, say, $10,000. Each month, each person pays an installment of $1,000, and then each month, which is basically the seed, one person receives the full pot of the $10,000. So if you can imagine this 10-month or 10-seat cycle, seats 1 to 5 are basically considered lending seats. So they're very close to the micro and the consumer finance. And then seats 6 and 7 are for savers. And then seats 8 through 10 are for investors. The idea being that seats 1 through 5 pay a management fee, 6 and 7 don't pay anything, and then 8 through 10 actually receive a cashback, and that is why they are considered investment products. So to date, we have a couple thousand, we have actually 50,000 active users. And this is a very quick scan through our user experience. So some of this is in Arabic, so I'll just walk you through what some of this means. So basically, the first frame, we ask our users, what do you want to do? What is the job you're here to get done? Are you here to increase your money? Are you here to save? Or are you here to join a cycle as a borrower? And then they get to choose the amount, the duration, and then we show them a complete breakdown of their payment plan, how much they need to pay each month, how much they are to receive in cashback, or how much is to be deducted in management fees. So we've tailored the design according to what kind of user you are and which of the 3 jobs you're here to get done. So our market is actually pretty big because, as I said, like people have been using this technique for years, but the idea is that people always need credit and they always need liquidity. And so, you have 70 million Egyptian adults that are above the legal age. Honestly, what we see as reachable right now is 7.5 million of these through a pipeline, a B2B2C pipeline that we have already established with giant players in the Egyptian market, and I'll get to that in a moment. But in terms of traction, we have 6 numbers that we think will tell you, the full picture about the ElGameya. Right now, we have 1 million users. You see here, there are about 948, but we actually crossed the million. We have over 50,000 active users. We've run close to 30,000 cycles. We have a portfolio of 1 billion Egyptian dollars. And I'll walk you through some of the details. But in terms of growth, our 2025, in terms of GMV, has exceeded 23 and 24 combined. So as you can see from the graph, this is our GMV for 25 as compared to the 2 years prior. So from the 1 million people that we have signed up, we have 45,000 new signups that happen every month. That's 3.3 times the monthly signups that we had in 24, and you can see the progression there. And if we look at our numbers apples to apples, January of each year, you can see that we have gone from 13.5 thousand members to 45.6 thousand members served across the 3 Januaries. So we are growing, our base is growing at a 2.5x a year. So, and we have 43% of our members come back. This is our recurring rate. This is sort of the spread, the geographical spread of our user base. So most of our users are in Cairo and in Giza. That's 34 in Cairo, 34%, and 19% in Giza. We have 32% spread across different governorates, 27 actually governorates, and these comprise 32%. So our business model.
We are at the end of our time. Can you go ahead and move to your fundraise ask? How much are you asking for?
So currently we are looking at, we're raising $3 million in equity. And yeah, this is our ask.
Great. Who in the room has the first question? If you could raise your hand with the react button, we'll go by that first. Who would like to go first?
Yeah.
Yes, Cover Ventures, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, just to know exactly how much is your expected revenue and if you already have a monthly recurring revenue, so you can share that with us.
If you mean the MRR per month?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Last month, the MRR was around $100,000.
Okay.
Great. Who else has a question? Oscar.
Hey guys, thanks for the pitch. Who are your biggest competitors in Egypt? Because I was in Egypt last summer and I was pitched by maybe 3 companies offering similar invest, borrow, and save services. So just curious if you guys have mapped that out. Maybe I know a few of them.
Yeah, of course. So let me walk you through, for each of these products, we can mention different competitors, right? So on the lending aspect, of course, we compete with everybody who's doing consumer finance or doing some sort of lending service, right? So typically somebody who's looking for credit can come to us. They can also get credit through companies like Value, Simple, that kind of thing. Our rates are a lot more competitive because we are not a lending platform. We're not purely a lending platform, right? And then on the investment side, we are competing with investment-based platforms, things like Thunder, like Menthim, people who provide overnight rates on the money that you sort of keep with their different platforms. And our direct, I think the only company that is our direct competitor who have the same model is Money Fellows. And they precede us by about 7 years. We're second to market. And
We have the privilege of being second to the market because they spread the concept, they do the marketing, the mega marketing campaign, and so on. So we do campaigns for acquiring more than branding or awareness.
Hey, Mauricio. How are you? Next up is Gadir Magoo. What's your question?
Hi, thank you so much, first of all. Can you tell us just in a few words, what do you have today that Money Fellows doesn't have?
Honestly, we're not. So the thing with us about Money Fellows is we're not competing for features. It is the same model that can be.
Yes, sorry, we can't hear you very well, or I can't hear you very well.
Yeah.
Let me, can you repeat that, please? I'm really sorry.
I think somebody has their microphone on. I think it's Dunj. Can you please turn it off?
Yeah, John Irvin.
I think it's John, or I don't know, somebody has. I think now is okay. Can you hear us clearly?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
I was saying that the thing about Money Fellows is this: we are not competing feature for feature, right? It is the same model. The market is big enough for them, us, and additional players. But the way we see it, Money Fellows came first. We are second to market. And what we are doing is basically we are trying to reach a Pepsi and Coca-Cola situation. So what we are doing is that we're growing very rapidly for the numbers that we are able to achieve now and the efficiency that we are able to achieve, honestly, because of a number of developments, AI being one of the enablers, the second to market advantage being another. I cannot sit here and tell you they have XY features and we have ABC. It is the same.
Okay, great. And that's the end of our time. Thank you guys for great questions. We will be making introductions afterwards. At the end, I'll ask who you want to follow up with. So please mark down the ones you're interested in and we'll do an email introduction directly. With that, let's go to our next presenter. We have Yala Felixika. Nora, go ahead and kick off your slides when you're ready.
Can you see my slides now?
You're good to go. If you just put in full screen mode and you're ready.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining. My name is Noura Mustafa, and I'm the Marketing Communication Director at YFS Logistics. And I'm here today to tell you that YFS is building Egypt's and probably the GCC's first vertical integrated e-commerce logistics ecosystem. We're combining last mile delivery, fulfillment, SaaS, and microfinancing into one platform. It's important to say that this is a Series A/B raise focused on scaling a working business and not introducing an early concept. But before discussing the raise, let me show you where the business stands today. YFS launched in 2020 and has already completed more than 20 million deliveries to date. The company operates with a dedicated fleet of 680 vehicles and more than 700 couriers, plus 170 employees and 9 local branches and hubs across Egypt. And the positioning is really already very strong in the food and groceries 3PL, serving 90% of the online and food groceries platforms in the country. But so the story is not really about potential alone. It is about why this is an investable expansion right now. The investment case rests on 4 points. YFS is a proven operator. It is expanding into 4 connected verticals. It sits in a very large growing market, and it has a defensible moat. Revenue reached revenue reached 220 million EGP in 2025, which is up 49% year over year, and gross margin doubled from 8% to 16%, while EBITDA burn improved from 59 million to 33 million Egyptian pounds. So our ask is 5 million to scale fulfillment centers and seed the microfinancing capital reserve. Now, the reason this expansion is powerful is that each vertical strengthens the other. The current core engine is last mile, which has already generated revenue 220 million in 2025. The next layer is the fulfillment center with warehousing, pick, pack, kitting, WMS visibility, and target. We are targeting perfect rate above 95%. And the third layer is a microfinancing arm where underwriting is based on live GMV data and repayment is auto-deducted from CODs generally. So it's creating a tighter risk control and strong retention. Now, that integrated model sits inside a market that is both large and it's expanding. The top line market picture is really compelling. The MEA 3PL is around 49 billion USD. Egypt's 3PL is around 3.4 billion. Egypt's B2C e-commerce is 9.9, and Egypt microfinance portfolio is huge. It's 101 billion. And the MENA Fintech is around 6.4 billion. So YFS frames this as an opportunity because merchants shipping regularly through the platform generate a verifiable revenue and live GMV data, making them better underwriting candidates than most MSMEs at banks. Importantly, the company is already converting this market opportunity into financial performance. So revenue grew from 147.9 million in 2024 to 220 million in 2025, and our gross profit increased from 12.4 to 34.7 million. And management is targeting positive EBITDA at 3.4 million in 2026, which marks our break even. From there, the model is really scales over the next 3 years. We're projecting a reach of 627 million by 2028, with gross profit of 172 million and EBITDA of 72 million. It implies that 2025 to 2028 revenue CAGR of 41% driven by e-commerce delivery growth, fulfillment, fee scale-up, credit income maturation, and SaaS licensing. The important message is that new verticals move from zero contribution in 2025 to a meaningful revenue and margin expansion by 2028. Now, the execution of this plan depends on organization as much as strategy. And because we've been there for 5 years, we know the market very well. And of course, we have a powerful team of a tech team here in Egypt and also in India. We have people coming from the field, from all the mega companies. I personally come from FedEx. The team has scaled leanly, absorbing around 3 times demand without any proportional headcount increase. We've reduced the churn very highly, and HR has shifted reactively to hiring strategic force planning. Every team leader now has succession coverage, and all the seniors in 2025 were hired internally. They were internal promotions. So this matters because the next phase adds fulfillment and fintech. So leadership depth is a real asset. Now with the platform, the market, the team in place, the question now remains is how are we going to spend this capital? So we're assuming that if we're raising $5 million, we're looking.
We're at 5 minutes. Go ahead and give us the fundraise ask, and let's move to questions.
We're asking for $5 million.
Great. Who has the first question? Let's see. Yeah, Roberto.
Yes.
What's your question?
Yes, Nora. Can you summarize quickly your business model? I didn't understood it. Sorry.
So what we are is we're a last mile delivery company in Egypt, and we're looking to scale into becoming a fulfillment center, a full-fledged fulfillment center offering microfinancing solutions to our customers as well, which are SMEs. And we're looking to really expand in the GCC. the next move should be in the GCC and Africa. So many questions.
Yes, thank you for that. Rashad, what's your question?
Yeah, thanks, Nora, for the presentation. I wanted to understand, do you have any international expansion plans in the MENA region, specifically GCC? I believe not in this round because the use of funds has nothing about international expansion, but probably later.
Yes, we are actually, we have two parts to this question. Now, the first part would be expanding the operations, which should happen if we succeed in scoring the amount that we're looking for and moving forward in Egypt. We're looking to move to Saudi Arabia, and we've had already discussions with other players in Saudi Arabia, especially in the food and groceries delivery part. And so this is what we're looking for. But there's also the SaaS program, the SaaS product, which we're looking to really expand in Africa. And we see lots of potential in Africa for SaaS products because this is a rising community and there are so many logistics companies coming up in Africa, and they really need the software and they really need the system to and it's our own product. It's homemade, so we can cook it the way any company would like.
All right, understood. Just one feedback on the pitch. When you're pitching to investors, especially international investors, always good to use dollars as a currency. Like I'm not sure Egyptian pounds, how many dollars is that? So just a
That's a
feedback.
lot. That's 52. That's a lot.
That's good. Next one up is Gadir Magub. What's your question, Gadir?
Hi. First of all, congrats on what you've achieved so far. Just a quick question. I'm trying to understand. So how much have you raised in the past? How much did it take you to get to where you are today?
We have raised $7 million US dollars. This was our first seed, and we've raised another 3 after that, which were mainly used in the technology and were mainly used in the SaaS product and the technology that we're using currently.
Thank you. Dr. Mohammed Quadri, what is your question?
Thanks, Hal. Nora, congratulations. I completely agree with others. You have done a great job. I would like to understand use of funds. Can you help us understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So when we get the 5 million, inshallah, we're looking to use it. 35% will go for the warehousing and its technology. 30% will be the capital reserve for loans. 20% will be for the technology development to create a full SaaS product that we can sell in Africa and the GCC. 10% will go to the merchant acquisition, and 5% will be our working capital. Plus or
what's your
minus.
exit? Do you have an exit plan?
We have Rami. Rami is also on the call here. Rami, can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you very well.
Rami is our chairman, and I think he would answer that question much better than me.
Look, in the meantime, we have strong shareholders. We have shareholders from the UAE, from Kuwait, and from the US. So, and most of them are private equity funds. So yes, they have exit plans. They have been investing for 5 years. So definitely they will be looking for an exit. But what we're now doing now is we're looking for investors. So if we get an investor that he wants to put some money primary and some secondary, we'll welcome that. If he wants to put all primary, I think our shareholders will welcome that. But we're open, of course, for an exit whenever the right time comes. But we believe that given the huge growth we've done, I would say in the last 5 years, actually since 2023, which was the time of when we closed the first round A of fundraise, we have doubled our revenue 10 times, and we have doubled our number of deliveries 10 times. So we're growing exponentially. So there is huge opportunity. If you sit and wait for the exit for another 2-3 years, I think we're going to make much more than if we go for an exit now.
Great. Thank you for that. Next question is from Alanouf Al-Zamel. Alanouf, what's your question?
Hi, hello everyone. Hi Nora, how are you doing?
Hello, ma'am. How are you doing? I'm good.
Fine, thanks. My question is, could you please clarify the fintech side or the microfinance? You will do the factoring, or you will be with a third party to lending the SMEs?
Yes, of course. Well, technically we could do both. But what we're looking for is that we would like to be the people lending the SMEs because this is how they integrate together with us. This is how I make sure that once a client walks in, they work together with me on the last mile on the fulfillment, and also because when you own the money, you really, the client is yours forever. So technically we would like the customer to take the money from us, but we can also work as a third party with other lending houses because we have a huge platform of SMEs that are looking for funds in an easier way to be able to grow their businesses. So both will be fine.
Great. We are at the end of our time. Thank you guys for a great presentation. Let's bring our next presenter up, Trase. Rowan,
Thank
go
you,
ahead and kick off
everyone.
when ready.
Let me stop sharing.
Yeah. So Rowan Trase will be next. And we see your slides.
And they can hear my voice, hopefully.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us. My name is Rowan Alawi. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Trase. Today, I will be telling you how we are building visions with concrete decisions. So I am a third-generation builder. I grew up between cranes and concretes. But I chose a different path, which is tech. However, working in tech for a couple of years, I went back to my beloved country and my beloved industry. I found my dad still using the same Excel sheet that I created for him when I was 10. He was chasing updates via WhatsApp, via emails, and sometimes he would just calling people multiple times. And this is why 2022, we started Trase to help automate and digitalize the construction industry. We had our first design partner, Nasma, and partners who helped us find the problem and try to fix it. 2024, we had my co-founder, Hadi, join, and that was a turning point for us because he has also a third-generation builder, had the same struggle and more than 25 years of experience in construction. Another turning point in Trase was in August 2025, where we managed to hit $200,000 in monthly recurring revenues, and we were live in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Egypt. We have 25 clients in these 3 countries. We are handling over 1 million documents every single month, and we have secured more than $6 million of revenues for the next 2 years. We have clients such as New Giza in Egypt, Hello International internationally, and Muwasalat in Qatar. With the support of our partners, 500 Andar, we managed to hit $2 million last year. This year, we are projected to make $5 million, and next year, 2027, around $10 million. But what exactly are we solving? Construction industry is one of the biggest in the world. They generate $12 trillion annually, but they operate as if they are in 1990s. It's chaotic, undocumented, and disconnected industry. 75% of the projects are late and they exceed the budget, according to McKinsey. And 40% of the site manager's time is actually being wasted just chasing updates, just like my dad. And C-level don't have full visibility of what's going on site. But what really shocked me as someone who has been in this industry for the past 15 years is that construction is responsible for 40% of the global CO2 emission. So they're not just being inefficient, they're burning time, budget, and also our planet. In Trase, we are fixing this by unifying the construction management problem. But one, we have drag drop solution. We can create any workflow that you think of. This way, we can give real-time visibility across different projects. We standardize the communication between internal and external stakeholders. This way, you can have an entire paperless process. We capture the data, we take action, we integrate with whatever software that you are using, Autodesk, Primavera. We don't want to disturb your current workflow. We track, and right now we have our own AI algorithm that reads all the documents that has been handled on our system. The 1 million document that we manage to handle every single month is actually eliminating 8 to 10 tons of paper annually. And we are reducing the rework by 20%. We are targeting mainly the MENA region. And if we captured around 5%, we would be able to do around $40 million in annual revenues. We are B2B SaaS business model, and we have our clients in 3 different categories. The category A, mega clients, we are charging them around $8,000. 19 for our clients, they are part of this category. And then type B, they were charging them $2,000, no ads on. And then category C, we're going to be unlocking this at the end of quarter 3. We will be charging them from $500 to $1,500. One of my favorite test cases is actually in Muwasalat in Doha. I have seen few of you are already in Doha. So Muwasalat, we managed to automate around 30% of our workflows, of their workflows within 2 weeks. We managed to reduce the reporting cycle from 3 days into 30 minutes. We handle more than 2,000 documents for them. We managed to increase the productivity by 20%. We're not alone in this market, but most of our competitors are international and global players. We tend to be faster to implement. It takes us less than 2 weeks to be up and running. We're very user-friendly. Like one of these 2 weeks, 1 week is actually part of the training. We localize the software by terms of features and also in terms of language. And we also have our own AI algorithms. Our roadmap for the next 18 months would be mainly focused on, we already opened our entity in Qatar. Right now, we're looking to open another entity in Saudi Arabia. And after that, we are working on to breaking down our solution into smaller modules. This way we can unlock type C, type of clients, and also enhance our AI algorithms. Our team, it's me and my co-founder, Hari, and who both are third generation builders, come from the industry. Muhammad Ramadan has more than 10 years of experience in tech. And this is how Trase is building visions with concrete decisions. It seems like I forgot my use of fund.
We're at the end of our time. Just what's your fundraise ask?
Here it is. I'm done. We are looking for $3 million. 35 will go to marketing and sales. 35 will go to also teams and 20% into products. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. Great presentation. Who has our first question?
That's not
Yeah, she's expanding to Saudi, so I suspected that we will have a lot of questions coming from Saudi side. So yeah, go ahead, Gadir.
Hi. First of all, thank you so much. I just want to know a bit more about the because you did mention implementation takes less than 10 days, but how long is the sales cycle? Because I want to think scalability, right? Because I know it's usually in this industry, it's a bit painful. So can you talk to us a bit about this, please?
Yes, 100%. So in terms of our go-to-marketing strategy, any B2B enterprise, it takes a very long period. Like it takes around 8 to a whole year to close a deal with these construction companies specifically, because you also need to increase the awareness, you need to educate them, specifically construction. However, we found our soft spot, which is mainly government sectors, main people who already have a lot of incentives to automate this industry. So for example, in Qatar, you're already in with Alchemist. So Tasmo Accelerator, they have a lot of incentives to push Muwasalat, to push Al-Awaliya and other entities to be part of that 2030 Qatar vision, which is smart cities. So that actually help us a lot with Ashghal that they can push Trase to their own contractors and real estate sector. This has been able to convert around 40% of our revenues. This way we have been able to shorten our sales cycle from 8 months a year to actually 2 to 3 months. Falls into this category also our channels partners and distributors. These two have been playing a huge role for us in our expansion both in Saudi and Qatar. As a startup, you cannot really approach these big giants companies and trying to convince them. So having a distributors or a channels partners have been able to help us quite a lot. And we managed to close with some of the clients within 1 month in Saudi Arabia.
Great. Next question comes from Jack Whelan. Jack, what's your question?
Hi, Rowan. Fantastic. I love this sector. I used to work in EPC construction myself, and like the grind of just all the inefficiencies is horrible. But I wanted to ask on your pricing, the 8,000, was that per site for the mega projects? So you kind of attack those as an individual contract, or that's working with a whole contractor that's doing a mega project?
So pricing has been a real issue for us, Jack. We are a seed stage startup. We have been playing with our pricing here and there. This pricing that I have presented, it's on average $8,000 per project, as you mentioned. Because normally construction companies, they price per project. They do not like to price across all different projects. So right now we're doing it $8,000 per project with no ads-on. The ads-on would include like specific dashboards. Sometimes they ask for an implementation engineer for the next 6 months. They ask for specific integrations, or sometimes to have use their own local servers. So in that case, we would have some add-on. However, right now in Saudi Arabia specifically, we are trying a user base with a couple of the clients. Was their request. So we're trying it. We're still like, I think we are in a very good stage where we can test with our price model, because I know for a fact we're leaving a lot of money on the table and we're trying to fix our pricing model.
Great. Thanks for that. Last question comes from Bahar Al-Harbi. Bahar, what's your question?
So thank you for the great presentation, and I hope things are going well in Saudi. Using distribution model is very interesting. I think that will help you access more and more. We know that it takes time to close the deal, especially for the first time. My question is, like, what's the percentage of the size related to the companies itself? Are they majority of them small or medium or big?
So as of right now, the majority of our clients we consider them mega, big ones, such as New Giza, Hell International. We're trying to close, I believe you're in Saudi, so we already have Nasma and partners. We're trying to close with Roshan. So they do fall into the mega clients, mainly because they already have been using Aconex and they're trying to save some money, because with Aconex and SharePoint, they're not even providing them with the whole solution. And then there is the small ones that could not afford the big ones. However, they can.
We're at the end of our time here. Can you go and wrap up?
Yeah. So I would say the majority of them do fall into the mega ones.
Great. Okay, thank you with that. With that, we'll move to our next presenter. We have Pete Ferrari of Jaka. Pete, if you could launch your slides and kick off when ready.
Pete, you're muted.
We see your slides, Pete. Go ahead and kick off when you got it.
Perfect. Hey, thank you, everybody. My name is Pete Ferrari, founder of Healthy for Life Foods. Next 5 minutes or so, the most important thing to take away from this is that Jaka allulose is actually a sugar. So it tastes, bakes, and cooks like the sugar we grew up with. It doesn't taste like those alternative sweeteners and all those bad aftertastes, which has really been the crux of the problem over the past 4 or so decades with alternative sweeteners. You look at the size of what's good, the status of what's going on in the marketplace today, and unfortunately, the MENA region is catching up very, very quickly with America. You've got 8 states, 8 countries in this region that have got some of the highest diabetes rates in the world, and we seek to remedy that. And that's really a function of the fact that the global sweetener and sugar space is $324 billion. The actual allulose split space where Jaka plays is $40 million in the MENA region with a 10% CAGR. This is interesting because this is exactly where the United States market was a year ago. A year ago, the US market was $50 million with a 10% CAGR. Fast forward only 12 months, and now this market is valued at $450 million with a 32.3% CAGR. So it's a massive CAGR outside of tech, where we've got a very unique opportunity to capitalize on that market. This sugar's got everything you would want in the way of formulaic badges. It is halal certified, it is vegan, it is kosher, non-GMO. But really what's compelling is the bottom of this slide. It actually activates GLP-1, which we all know from the drug helps to control appetite. So this is the opposite of the non-addictive sugar that we grew up with. This actually helps you control eating, control sugar. It also activates CPT1 and CPT2 enzymes, which burns existing body fat. Diabetic friendly, keto friendly, vegan, halal, the list goes on. The most compelling part about this is the awareness gap. In America, less than 15% of Americans have ever heard of allulose. That awareness gap is almost 100% in the rest of the world, including the MENA region, except for Japan. Japan, the healthiest culture in the world with a 3% countrywide obesity rate, uses this product in north of 10,000, uses this ingredient north of 10,000 products. So they get it. There's 30 years of clinical trial data behind this ingredient, and it's our job to introduce it to the world and help struggling people everywhere. Our KPIs are compelling. We launched a year ago. Howie Mandel, we think, has a lot to do with that. We did a lot of mainstream TV commercials with him and podcasts and all that good stuff. But I also attribute this massive repeat purchase rate, almost half of our revenue, the conversion rates, to our AI infrastructure. I've got a tech background, built 3 tech companies through the liquidity event in the 90s. And so we spent the better part of the last year building out our AI engine, building out our Oracle back office, ERP implementation, stabilizing our e-commerce infrastructure. We're an e-com company. So now a year later, we understand these KPIs. The KPIs are performing, and I've got the ability to replicate this literally anywhere in the world. All we need to do is identify local resources in whatever country we deploy in, co-packer, warehousing, and fulfillment. And we have the ability to use these apparatuses that we've created, including the AI engines, to generate these kind of KPIs worldwide. Naturally, we've got a B2B stovepipe as well, but a little less relevant for the MENA region. We do have a process, a provisional patent. We've identified a way to manufacture Jaka that's got 25 times less byproduct and waste than the #1 producer of allulose in the world, who is Tate & Lyle out of Europe. I've looked into Saudi Arabia. We can replicate this patent in Saudi Arabia for only like $4,000. So we've got the ability to instantiate our company anywhere, replicate the patent, and put in these apparatuses. I've been doing this for the better part of 35 years with my partner. We built those 3 tech companies to liquidity event together. Then we did a few $100 million in pre-tax income and real estate developments across 4 states here in America. Basically know what each other's thinking. The rest of our model is largely outsourced so that we can decrease our total cost of workforce by 90% and access best-of-breed companies to get the job done. We've got our advisory board is stout. Dr. Rona Applebaum, first ever chief science officer at Coca-Cola. She's a world-renowned juggernaut in the space. Tom Moran is the inventor of craisins. John Crane went to Southeast Asia about 20 years ago and built out the Southeast Asian base of operations for JP Morgan. Use of funds across our $5 million raise at a $20 million pre-money valuation is largely advertising. As I mentioned, we spent the last year as an infrastructure-first company building out the apparatus. Now we've got the ability to fuel that F1 engine and go turbo. So that's largely where the use of funds is in addition to new SKUs that are formulated that just need to be inventoried. Thank you. I think that's 5 minutes, isn't it?
It is. Great presentation, Pete. Who has the first question? Oscar.
Thanks a lot, Pete. This really resonates with me because I'm from Mexico and we're the second fattest country behind the U.S. So we're trailing behind you guys, really close. But my question is, what's the ideal outcome? Like, what's the ideal scenario? Are you guys trying to just go through the whole alphabet and then just find an exit? Are you trying to? Because you said we're applicable in many countries, which I love. But what is the ideal outcome in your eyes as a founder?
Yeah, I think eventual exit is acquisition. We are ripe for acquisition from any number of targets, whether it's private equity groups who are building a portfolio or whether it's other CPG companies that are looking to get into this space and use us as the tip of the spear. What I think is really compelling about, and it's about a 2-year play, Oscar, I think. What I think is really compelling about our acquisition strategy is actually the tech component. We're in the top 0.04% globally on what we're doing with artificial intelligence. Top 0.04% as a function of my tech background. And so what any acquiring company will have the ability to do day one is pump their SKUs through our engines to get their existing product sets lift. So think about Unilever, who's got millions of SKUs. Nestle's got millions of SKUs. They come in day one, they get our brand, they get our lift. We are the tip of the spear digitally, but they also get to leverage our AI engines to get lift of their own. And I think that takes our multiple from 14.8x EBITDA closer to 25%. And then the ability to integrate it takes it even a step further because we got Oracle in the back office. We're one of the few companies worldwide in startup mode that's actually got Oracle on the back end. So the acquirer just needs to hit a switch and immediately they're integrated.
Amazing.
Great.
So let's follow up. Thanks.
Thank you, Oscar.
Zandri Santi, what's your question?
Hi. First of all, thank you very much and nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
We're VC based out of Dubai. I'm very curious to know, especially as the use of funds is mostly advertising, how are you going to balance that burn and that sort of growth? Of course, this is definitely one of the topic where you have 30 years of experience into it, so you have a great answer for it, but it's definitely a point for investors to moderate your...
No, it's super, super important. The mainstream advertising component is what we think is going to make us the Kleenex of the allulose market. So there are a ton of sucraloses out there, but everybody knows Splenda. Splenda is sucralose. There are a ton of aspartames out there, but equal is aspartame. Everybody knows equal. There are a ton of saccharins out there, but everybody knows sweet and low. So our ability to look culturally in specific markets and generate the kind of mainstream advertising that we need to on streaming channels and mainstream TV is what I think is going to effectively combat the education and awareness problem. So what we've done in our 36-month, month-over-month cash flow model is we've built out what it's going to take to produce these commercials at a high level, how many times we need to run them in order to meet audiences of 5 million at a time, and then that feeds the revenue numbers that we've projected out as well. So I'm happy to provide you with that 36-month cash flow model. There's an infomercials in there because again, education and awareness is key. There's mainstream commercials and streaming channel commercials. You'll see the frequency with which we run them and how that translates directly into revenue over the term.
Great. Next question is from Alexei Ermolov. Alexei, what's your question?
Alexei, can you also introduce yourself as well?
I'm sorry, sir?
Alexei, introduce yourself, please.
I think can't hear him.
We can't hear you. Yeah.
Okay. If we need to, we can go to Shailesh.
Hi, Shailesh.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, I joined late. I'm Shailesh Chavan. I'm a physician, researcher, and now investor. Run a venture studio. Now pivoting into as a co-GP for a fund in longevity. So really looking to expand that into Middle East. So excited to talk to some of you guys here and hopefully connect. My question was about use of allulose and maybe some data around glycemic index, metabolic comparison, or appetite sort of regulation. Have you done anything in that regard just to sort of compare?
It's an incredibly important question. And if I wasn't able to read the actual clinical trials that justify the things that I've suggested, I probably would still be a real estate developer because there's such phenomenal metabolic and physiological claims. So I've got about a terabyte, Shailesh, I've got about a terabyte of data with all medical clinical trials, but I'll share with you, there's 30 years of clinical trial data out of Kagawa University in Japan in association with the Japanese government, Kyoto University in association with the South Korean government. We've got volumes of data that justify everything that I've said about CPT1 being activated, CPT2, synthase, carboxylase, all being activated, as well as GLP-1, and the impact on the physiology of a human being. I'm happy to provide you with that data. It's really compelling.
Great. And our last question is from Alexei Ermolov. Alexei, what's your question?
Yeah, do you hear me now? I switched my mic
Yes,
to
sir.
a different
Yes.
source. Okay, sorry for that. So I'm Alexei. I'm working in Neom in Saudi Arabia, but I'm doing some private equity stuff as well. And basically, my questions are in terms of limitations of the use and approvals in Europe, especially that are not granted to allulose, and Saudi Arabia follows actually EU approval. So have you tried to certify the product in the region at all?
That is something that is a big blip on our radar screen. The EU has not certified allulose yet. However, I'll share with you that although it's not certified yet, it's simply because the process takes longer over there with good reason. But the three of the largest manufacturers in the world of allulose, Matsusani, Ingredion, and Tate & Lyle, who are fierce competitors of each other, they actually banded together in a consortium and they applied for European approval of allulose together. So think about the allocation of resources, money that's being spent to get this approved. And also think about how bullish you should be on the eventual approval if those three companies are banding together to get it done. It's got FDA GRAS status in the US, but as we know, the US has got its issues. So what our vision is to be in position to be in position. And when that European approval hits, we're there, we're established, we're instantiated.
Great.
Okay, clear.
Hey,
And
hey,
what
hey,
about
all.
production cost for scaling?
It's Dr. Quadri. Just one quick comment, Pete. I would love to look at the clinical validation data, but from outcomes perspective, I want to see if you are planning to conduct any trials to see the side effects or adverse events associated with the allulose. There is a lot of buzz around it, but at the end of the day, it also impacts GI and other side effects associated with it.
Okay.
Well, it's interesting because there is buzz around it. I'm just not sure how qualified that buzz is because I look into that naturally. It's my business, and the allulose has been determined to be FODMAP friendly, and FODMAP is actually what translates into gastric distress problems. So I know that some people have found discomfort with it, but generally speaking, the side effects are nothing. And all the clinical trials that I'm happy to share with you in the data room will illustrate side effects in addition to what they're all claiming as far as merits.
Okay. We are at the end of our time, guys. Alexei will connect you with Pete for follow-up questions afterwards. It sounds like
Thanks,
we have
everybody.
quite a few more, but thank you so much, Pete, for that. With that, let's move to Verofax. Wasim, if you could kick off your slides when ready.
Perfect. Thank you all. Are you able to see my screen well?
It's coming up.
All right.
Still coming? And we see it now. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, excellent. So my name is Wasim Merabi. I'm the CEO and co-founder for Verofax. At Verofax, we provide AI employees for customer service, compliance, and entertainment. This is a huge market coming up with most of the companies today actually looking to integrate AI employees into their workflows. And we see a huge opportunity in that in the part of the world where we are servicing, which is the GCC region. It is mainly to automate certain routines, but also diagnose business problems, solving them, making better decisions, pursue certain goals and research and so on and so forth, and then act anonymously. And when we say AI, we don't mean it only in the fashion of the AI as a chatbot, but it's actually facing the customer, interacting, selling product, and so on and so forth. Obviously, there are challenges to do so. So how can you ensure data security, data privacy? How can you ensure that there's no hallucination, that the workflows are exactly compliant with the company? This is where our IP lies. As a company, we've been delivering AI solutions to different global companies since back in 2023. Today, we have a number of global clients, and we continue expanding into a new vertical, the IP-based vertical for employees, and I'll expand on that shortly after. So what makes us stand apart and really be the right partner for enterprises, public departments, and so on and so forth is the fact that we are a Microsoft ISV partner. We deliver that secure end-to-end interactive AI, multimodal. So we bring it in physical AI as well as online, in application, and on displays. And the region that we're currently focusing on has been the GCC. All of them have a 24-month kind of focus on adopting AI to reduce their costs, to improve the efficiency. And we've been at the forefront. So delivering that service to government departments, so public departments, to certain companies across the region, Emirates Airlines, global companies such as AB InBev. And our business model is quite straightforward and sticky. So we provide this as a service, and it can be for as little as $20,000 for a week's event. It can be for about $100,000 on an annual basis, be it a physical AI or be it the digital AI. And recently, we just started signing MOUs on the sports side. So we've signed an MOU with Barcelona, where we use the IP of their players to create fan engagement. Signed an agreement also with Argentinian football players to also use their IP for fan engagement. Our revenue so far has been over the last 3 years, so 21 to 25, about $3 million. Actually, 23 to 25 is when we start generating revenue. This year alone, we have contracts of about $4 million. And we see ourselves growing to about $50 million with the inclusion of the fan or the player IP AI. We're made up of a team of 42 experts. Most of us have worked like over a couple of decades with top companies. We have registered 4 patents globally on computer vision AI, on personalizing the recommendations for the customer's interaction, AI in augmented reality for shopping and so on and so forth, and AI analytics for better customer service. And there's a lot more that is in the R&D that really puts us apart on how do we focus on customer service, compliance. We have top investors. We've raised $6 million to date from lead investors. We've won 16 AI awards on the implementation of AI employees or interactive AI. And currently, we're asking for $3 million in a convertible note in order to help us hit $10 million annual recurring revenue by 2027. We already have a number of takers on that. So 36-month conversion into an A round. And
we are at the end of the time there, Verofax. Thanks so much for a great presentation. Who has our first question?
Hey, it's Dr. Mohammed Quadri. Hey, great presentation. Thank you. We invest in sports tech. I would love to follow up with you, but at the same time, I would like to see what other verticals in sports you're actually collaborating with. I know you mentioned Barcelona, but are there any specific verticals that you're focused on?
Yeah, so I mean, all the sports would work. Anything that has, over 20 million followers can be monetized, can be turned into revenue for the club. So we share the revenue with the clubs. We take their IP. They don't know what to do with the IP of the 3+ players. So the IP of the club is different than the IP of the player, right, Dr. Qadri? When you're using 3 players, this becomes a club IP. But if you're asking about, for example, the ICC, all of the IP of the players is actually sitting with the BCCI. So we're looking at also how do we approach different sports, to your point, but because there are different kind of regulations governing that.
Got it. Thanks.
Great. Appreciate that. Next question is from Alanouf Alzamel. Alanouf, what's your question?
Yes, hi Wasim. Could you please share use cases for the event and I think entertainment?
Sure, absolutely. I think we have links over here, so I can show you one of the videos. So at different events, for example, we're helping the Abu Dhabi. Let me get out of the presentation. I'm sorry, I'll share that again. So I can share you this deck and links, and it has, what are we doing with the Department of Tourism, for example, promoting travelers to come and visit Abu Dhabi. We can show you the ones for donations, events that we've done in Saudi for the Sports Investment Forum, and many others as well. For the beauty Informa beauty exhibition, where it was a wayfinding. It tells you it shows you different kind of content on who is exhibiting and what are they showing and so on and so forth. I can share those with you separately if you'd like.
Great. Thank you for that. Next is Alexei Ermolov.
Hello again. So question, first of all, I'm also interim head of Marcom of NEOM Sports Club, so quite interested in sports use cases and did lots of events. So are you implementing these AI agents on like any screens, or it's only on your devices, or can you scale it up by using existing, let's say, in mall screens or in store screens?
Yeah. So as long as it has the capability, so obviously there's certain rendering you need to look at, we have a certain design reference in terms of GPUs, in terms of like the what is required. So it's not the screen itself that counts. It's more about, does it have the right GPU, the right CPU in order to manage more of the workload on the device itself, and therefore reducing the cost of calling the AI models and so on and so forth. So there is a certain cost benefit analysis that we do, and then we give a design reference typically for using on any screen. The screen doesn't matter, it's the computer behind it, GPUs and the.
Okay, we are at the end of our time. Great questions. We will be able to connect everybody afterwards with the ones they want to find more about. So with that, let's move to Veem for our next one.
Thank you so much.
Wasim, can you launch your slides and kick off when ready? We see it now.
Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. Hi, everybody. This is Ahmed Al-Mashhadi. I'm the owner of a Saudi-rooted solution innovation house with a pipeline of AI solutions under our belt. Today, I present to you vminds, a company on a mission to democratize AI and make it accessible, ethical, safe, and affordable. Oh, sorry, it's not advancing. Just 1 second. Yes. So it is with no doubt that AI revolutionizing our life as we know it and taking human potential to unprecedented heights that we never thought possible. But that comes with some structural and intrinsic challenges. Given the light speed evolution of AI, the market becomes very, very fragmented with thousands upon thousands of AI applications pushed into the market every month, and each with its own payment cycle and intricate UX. This is exactly where we step in with vminds. It's a suite that is meant to sweep out this mayhem and to organize things to get everything unified under one umbrella and against one unified subscription. So we have consolidated hundreds of AI tools under one umbrella. The best part is we can save users over 60% of AI spendings. Our suite consists of 4 semi-connected solutions. vmind Solo, we are targeting solopreneurs, solo founders, content creators, and AI enthusiasts. So they have access to all productivity and creativity tools, and as well the agentic framework. We have vminds Enterprise. This is where project resources and resources management meets AI, where enterprises can control AI consumption based on the credit control system. They can generate and build any type of agents as they wish. And above all, it gives complete governance and observability. We have vminds Youngies targeting students, educators, and schools, and that one that keeps also parents in the loop with automated reporting. So it provides safe and ethical AI with virtual tutors. Last but not least, we have vmind Chatter. This is our proprietary chatting app serving all the 3 different platforms, where you can have as many as 100 agents working for you, interacting with your colleagues. You can treat them as humans, friends, co-workers, or consultants. We are targeting individuals with solo, enterprise with our enterprise solution, and youngies with students. The total market is expected at $110 billion, out of which 550 millions is attainable. Our revenue is quite simple. It's subscription-based with white labeling possibility and licensing based on freemium. Our competitive landscape, of course, when it comes to aggregation, we might be competing with so many different entities, but our moat is basically based upon our layered intelligence that we built upon agentic frameworks, and that we want to be treated as a gateway and a launchpad for all AI innovators across the globe. They can use our platform to distribute their AI marvels. Our roadmap with only 1 product launched last year, and the second product, that is Chatter, that was launched 2 months ago. Most of our deployments will come throughout 2026 with enterprise and youngies. Our traction to date, we closed a pre-seed round of $600K. We have been growing organically over 60 countries across the globe and generating revenue from month 1.
We're at the end of the time. Can you move to your fundraise ask?
Right. All right. We are currently raising $2 million in safes to give us runway of 24 months at 10 million post money cap for user acquisition, for R&D, and as well as for resources and talents acquisition.
Great. Thank you for that. Who has our first question? Roberto.
Hello, Ahmed. Yeah, just questioning, what is your backend? I mean, which models are you using, or how are you supporting all this AI in the background?
Right. You're meaning about, the cloud services and infrastructure?
Yeah, exactly. Infrastructure, languages in the backend, and or how are you actually? What is these models coming from?
Right. So first of all, we have designated teams for each one of these solutions. So there are many teams within our company taking care of one solution, like brand operators. When it comes to infrastructure, we are backed by Microsoft, Azure, and AWS, Google, NVIDIA, Alibaba. So we have access to all the cloud services, and of course, with auto scaling and load balancing and this type of things. So we are leveraging the different infrastructure for the different tools that we have. So I hope this answered your question.
Great. And
We
Alessandra,
can
what's your
follow up
question?
later. Thank you.
Hey, first of all, thank you so much for the presentation. Maybe a curiosity on what are because obviously we as investors we hear about AI like literally every single day in all shapes or form. What have been your experience in terms of the challenges you've been facing building this?
Right, challenges. So the main challenge that we were facing, basically aggregating all the different AI tools, given the high speed of evolution, because we needed to keep our pool updated always, because we promise our users we're giving you the top tools at discounted rates. So we need to keep everything in motion all the time. And this is really one of the biggest challenges to qualify and curate the tools that need to be part of our ecosystem. And of course, that will have its own technological, challenges, changes in APIs, and making sure that the system is still integrated fully, and all of that. But that is the biggest challenge, is just to keep our pool updated and up to date with what's going on in the market.
Great. Thanks for that. And our last question is Alanif Alzmel. Alanif, what's your question?
Hi, Ahmed. So, Ahmed, you are only an aggregator, so you don't have to build an model, isn't it?
We are not an aggregator. Of course, our system is based upon aggregation, because we aggregated hundreds of tools, but we have developed layered intelligences all on top of that. So we have our own agentic frameworks. For instance, when it comes to vminds Enterprise, we have our own HR and admin framework that actually automates fully or everything related to HR and admin for companies. So this type of intelligences, this is basically our moat and our competitive edge, not aggregation, because aggregation might be easy, but in our case, to target multiple segments with different projects, B2C, B2B, and with building this type of intelligences on top of that, this is basically our competitive edge. But we are not building our own models. We are just using and leveraging the foundation models available in the marketplace to build our own intelligences on top of that.
Thank you so much. Great
Okay.
presentation, guys. Did you have one more question, Alanif?
No, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Great presentation, guys. With that, let's go to our next presenter, Eris Way. Go ahead, Hesham, and kick off when ready.
Yes, hello everyone, and glad to be here. My name is Hisham Sa. I'm the founder of Aristway. Our mission is simple, is to govern the uncertified automotive dashboard market. And let's see how the problem first unfold. There's millions of vehicles lack modern connectivity and flooding the market with uncertified head unit screen. But these units run on fragmented crashing software. And this lead to a consumer frustrating. Commercial logistic managers, it's an operational wall for them. They are entirely unable to perform fleet provisioning to their fleet management. To solve this problem, we built Core Penguin. It's a completely hardware agnostic layer that overrides clunky factory software. So out of the box, we deliver a complete infotainment suite. Like we support turn-by-turn navigation, hands-free calling, deep media integration, everything. So all the essential tools that needs for everyday driving. For enterprise, we provide a centralized software as a service platform to remotely provision, unlock, and update vehicle fleets. Our stand in the market with over 4 years on the Play Store, we have over 6,000 active users who rely on our platform on a daily basis. This is high retention, daily stickiness that validate our product maturity. For the market, we are addressing the addressable market is 50 million uncertified screens on the road today. We are talking about $1 billion gray market opportunity. Just capturing 1% in the next 36 months will drive us to 8 million annual recurring revenue target. Right now, we only present about, with these 6,000 active users, we represent about 0.01 from this market. We monetize via dual tier model outside Google Walled Garden. So our consumer tier is $90 universal direct APK. It yields 100% margin without any deduction from like the one in Google Play Store. The true scaler is the enterprise with $15 per seat annual software as a service subscription. We already in talk with European commercial fleet and from UK and from Poland, waiting for the management layers of the enterprise to finalize. If we look at the competitors, tech giants are locked out because they require certified hardware. Other launcher and hosted apps are consumer tools like making cloud telemetry. Only CarPenguin bridges this gap, deploying natively on uncertified hardware while in the same time delivering enterprise governance. If we look at our roadmap, in the upcoming release, we will introduce an LLM-based tour guide. This feature will provide the driver with information about the surrounding, like this is Eiffel Tower, built in 1889. It's going to talk to the driver like this. We detect the car speed and we control the narration base to be more convenient. We have a lot of exciting features actually in our roadmap, but there's no time to talk through all these features. If we look at the teams, I lead the commercial strategy alongside Mahmoud, our CTO, who scales our predictive cloud infrastructure. Tamer, on the other hand, he provides OEM advisory. He's our advisory shield. We deliberately left one executive seat open for B2B sales leadership. This is an open vacancy. About the ask, we are raising 300 grand seed round, 45% to accelerate our business B2B enterprise scale, 40% to scale our product roadmap features, 15% to support our Wyoming corporate operation. And we have proven the organic demand, we have the team, we have the product. So we invite you to join us and thank you.
Great presentation. Who has our first question? Oscar.
Thanks, Islam. So it's interesting to hear. So why is it 300,000 for a seed round? Like, could you tell me what you've done before? Like, did you bootstrap or did you already?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
Yes. Good question. We made a reverse engineering to our product, and in reverse engineering there is many criteria like the risk, like the risk of competitors, and all this analysis just delivered that the value, the actual value of our company right now is about 2 million. So it makes sense to raise fund with 300 grand as a seed round. This is only, it's not the whole thing. It's just for the next 18 months, a year and a half. So we are not Series A funding. We are just a seed fund. Despite we are on the market for 4 years, but we didn't do except engineering. So I'm an engineer for 40, 50, 25 years, and all my colleagues, we didn't spend in marketing, we didn't spend on advertising. So the engineering part is almost finished. As I said, our software is complete. Out of the box, we deliver everything. I would like you to just download the app from the store and see how it works. It's already mature app. So I think 300 grand for the code and the assets of R-Square right now is just the right aspect.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Who else has a question? Go ahead, Gadir.
Hi, thank you very much. I can tell you're early stage, but still, a lot has been achieved, it seems. I just want to know, where do you see this going in the next, I would say, 5 years? What's going to be your model? Like, are you going to be licensing IP, or do you want to build your whole thing and sell it, or like basically offer consulting? Like, what's your game plan here?
For the next, for the next phase, we want to play in the gray market. This gray market, there is no big player there. It's only there is no big player. I'm not talking as you see, all the there is no competitor, and it's a huge market. It's a huge opportunity. Like if you ask me about 5 years, no, we are talking about going into the certified hardware, and here we're gonna play against big giants. But I don't think playing against them now it's gonna be a good idea. All we need is just to occupy as much as we can from the gray market for the uncertified hardware, and it's tremendous. This is a huge opportunity, and I don't see anyone with a big player playing with us.
Great.
Thank you.
Our last question is from Alexi. Alexi, what's your question?
As a marketing person, I'm curious, what's your go-to-market looks like, and are you considering a pre-installation on as OEM on OEM devices, Android devices, or like system upgrades that are coming?
Yes, exactly. As I said, we have European fleet customers. We are actually, beside our apps that you can download from the Play Store, but we have our script that can actually run on Android and hook itself on the operating layer. So this is actually what we're doing. We have our universal APK, which can be downloaded on any Android device. But for each specific hardware, like there is many hardware specification, we have our script that can get inside the operating system and take control of the interface. And this is what we do, and this is what makes us special. Recently, as I said in the presentation, we launched our dual tier monetization on our website. You can go in CarBingo website and you have universal professional tier with $19. We have, this is the most important is the $15 per seat for fleet. And one deal actually will make up like the real revenue will come from here. And as I said, I have already demand on top, but we're just waiting to finalize the cloud enterprise solution.
Great. And we're at the end of our time. Thanks so much for great questions, Alexi and others. And thanks, great presentation, Hesham. And with that, we'll go to our next presenter, Novi Holding. Ahmed, go ahead and kick off your slides when you're ready.
Okay, just a second.
We see your slides.
Yeah. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can. Go ahead. Is
Okay,
that your first slide?
Yeah, this is my first slide. So yeah, I got into the topic directly. So hello everyone. This is Ahmed Mohsen, the founder of Novi Holding. So basically, let me start with the story. I've been working in the infrastructure industry for more than 20 years through several companies like IBM and Schneider and so on. So through that, 20 years, I've got the main problems that most of the industries and most of the customers are facing, which is technology and integration. And here where it comes to the main idea of founding this holding group. So Novi Holding is a holding group that contains, let me say it in this way, three main subsidiaries. So the main company was founded in 2021, which is called Novi Designs and Finishing. It is a company that is mainly specialized in delivering the architecture and interior kind of designs, moving to the construction side and the providing data center infrastructure works. The whole stream started from the design to the fit out solution, electromechanical MEP and so on. Not only this actually, but we've managed to enlarge our kind of services in this engineering field to invent what's called a PropTech interactive sales tool. And actually that was one of the big add-ons that we managed to add to our portfolio. And now it is one of the most unique tools that we deliver to the GCC market, not only the Egypt market. And by the way, in 2022, we opened our branch in KSA, in Riyadh specifically, and we've managed to acquire a lot of customers when it comes to architectural fit-out solution, execution, construction, and also the interactive sales tool that I've mentioned. Moving to the second company, actually, it's called Novi Marketing Services, and it has been founded in 2022, and it's mainly specialized in delivering the 360 marketing services. And the connection is very powerful. Most of the customers having this kind of different services, distributed among different vendors, different specialities, and so on. So having one company, one platform that can deliver the whole solution from the engineering level, from the execution level, from the construction level, and even from the marketing level itself is a very powerful integrated message that we wanted to deliver to our customers. That's why we founded that second sister company, which is Novi Marketing Services. And in 2025, actually we came up with a complete new idea of completing the integration cycle, which is providing a complete e-commerce interactive shopping experience for a furnishing brand that provides a complete interactive shopping experience for the furnishing, so that we can provide the furnishing solutions for our customers. And in this way, we actually provide a complete integration circle, starting from, as I mentioned, the engineering level, moving to the furnishing level itself, and even providing the general marketing services for our customers. And we've been delivering this kind of integrated services for most of industries, not only the real estate, for example, but also for the pharmaceutical, for the advertising industry, and so on. When it comes to the business and revenue models, the very big advantage we had making this diversified kind of companies is to have different kind of business and revenue streams, from project-based revenue streams to monthly retainers. And even when it comes to the e-commerce and a very big basket size when it comes to the e-commerce kind of revenue. When it comes to, as I mentioned, the very big advantage when it comes to this kind of integrated companies is not only providing a standard services. We deliver AI-based services. That's why inventing this, what's called an interactive digital twin construction and sales tool to the real estate industry, was one of our very big move in 2025, and also providing a complete AR and a virtual showrooms to furnish and to make it more easier of having furniture online was one of our big moves in 2025. When it comes to why we'll be having a very good advantage when it comes to investing in Novi Holding, this actually comes from many factors, as I mentioned, with the engineering side, the expansion and existence in Egypt and in Saudi Arabia. As I mentioned, we're already there, we're already in Riyadh. And actually, when it comes to our current portfolio,
we're at the end of our time. Go ahead and ask for your fundraise ask.
Well, actually, our ask is 5 million against 12.5 equity, and our pre-money value valuation is $35 million, and post-money value is 40 million USD.
Great, thank you for that. Who has the first question? Go ahead, Alexi.
Thank you, Ahmed, for the presentation. I have two questions. First, in terms of what are your actual focus area, because this doesn't look like a VC deal at all. That's a private equity more as an investment. So what are you looking for to grow most? That's first question. And second question, why are you looking for funding if you're so profitable?
Actually, here when it comes to the use of funds, so mainly as you can see, we are looking actually to make our presence in the GCC market is even more stronger. Yes, we do have an office in Riyadh, but we would like to have it more scale up. We need actually to invest like about 30% in talent acquisition, because as you mentioned, having all of these companies at the same time means that you need to build a very structured and very strong C-suite kind of leaders to lead the vision. And we also need to invest like a 20% of the budget in the developing more and more when it comes to the platforms and infrastructure as well. And 10% of course will be like a working capital that will be supporting us, especially when it comes to the kind of project-based revenues in the construction layer.
Who else has a question? Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you so much, Med. Great presentation. With that, let's move to our next presenter. We have with us Modine of Ali Dajani. Go ahead and kick off when ready, Ali.
All right. Let me know when you can see my screen.
It's coming up. Still coming up. There it is. We see it now.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Ali Dajani. I'm the founder and CEO of Mudiri. So right now, 95% of frontline teams in the MENA region are still piecing together systems like Excel, paper-based systems like checklists, WhatsApp groups to manage their day-to-day operations. When I say frontline teams, I mean businesses in the hospitality space, retail space, manufacturing. So as they begin to expand and grow, they begin to experience a lack of consistency among their operations. They begin to be less compliant with their brand standards, their safety standards, their regulatory standards. It's harder for them to hold their employees accountable for the work that they should be doing, making sure it's done properly and on time, and really having visibility into their day-to-day operations. So if I'm a restaurant chain with 100 locations and I'm managing everything with paper, I can't see what's happening on site at any given time. So Mudiri is an operations management platform specifically for frontline teams. We basically help them standardize their daily operations, become more compliant, and see what's happening on ground, and ultimately just regain control of their operations. So we are a modular solution. The first module we went to market with is our checklist automation system. This allows businesses to create custom checklists for all of their employees across all of their locations and departments. So as opposed to creating paper checklists for store opening procedures, closing procedures, cash handling, inventory receiving, all of these recurring tasks, they build everything and it's automated and recurring into Mudiri. They can require pictures for every single task, and they can now manage everything that's happening across their entire organization. So they can set KPIs on every single user. They can compare all their branches and see what's happening inside their organization. So that's the first module we launched. We're launching digital audits this month. It's very similar to checklists. Businesses create audit forms, evaluations, inspections. It's more periodic, so weekly and monthly. And these are systems that are already currently handled, but they're very manually. So I would create an audit form for a general inspection monthly, for example. I would send an auditor to complete the audit, answer all the questions, and say, for example, I find that one of the fridges is broken as I'm doing an audit on a restaurant location. I can quickly snap a picture of it, assign that to the maintenance team with a due date, a description, and now he's notified every day until that's resolved. That's opposed to calling someone, sending a WhatsApp message, an email, and it taking 2 months to actually get handled. So I'm an operations manager or an area manager. I don't have time to follow up. So we've closed the entire loop for them without them having to actually overthink it. And most importantly, for management, for leadership, they can see all the areas that they actually need to focus on. So I know every section that I need to focus on, where do I need to improve? The audits also tell me, did I pass or fail based on the criteria I set? It gives me a percentage to compare to other audits. And ultimately, I know exactly where do I need to focus my attention. So, the vision isn't just to be a checklist app or an inspections app. We're ultimately building an operating system for our ICP brands. So what that looks like is having, a suite of plug and play modules, tapping into assets management, to managing their training, even getting into the IoT space, and all of these integrating together and building an entire AI layer on top of this so that frontline teams can access this data anywhere. Leadership can tap into an audit report or an SOP at any given time. So our pricing is designed to not hurt the margins of the business. So our success metric is the amount of locations they have. The more locations, the bigger the pain. So the more money we make. We basically grow as they open locations or as they stack modules. So we're continuing to stack modules and build modules. And hopefully, if they're a business that's growing, they're continuing to open more locations. So we're highly focused on the hospitality and retail space right now, in the multi-location space. But there's a bleeding pain right now in other industries in the region as well, including manufacturing, construction, facility management. So while we're really focusing on this space right now, we're looking to broaden the product and the vision towards other industries as well. On the screen right now, you can see a few of our customers and people we're in talks with. Meat Party was one of our first customers. They're one of the top burger chains in Egypt right now. And they were growing very quickly, but they were losing consistency as they were growing. So they brought on Mudiri, and since then they've had completed over 100,000 tasks on time. They had a 5% completion rate in terms of checklists before joining Mudiri. Now they have 90%, and they attached all their KPIs for every single employee into Mudiri. So all their monthly bonuses
We're
are
at 5
actually
minutes.
tied to.
Keep going. Move to the fundraise ask.
Yeah, of course. So we're raising $350,000 for a pre-seed round.
Great. Who has our first question?
Do you have any pipeline contracts?
Yeah, so in terms of customers, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So we currently have 8 brands. We have around 150 locations that are live or in onboarding right now.
Alexei, what's your question?
How are we going to compete with custom-built apps that are easy to build with AI? Because the system looks pretty simple, like forms and checklists.
Great question. So yeah, there's definitely businesses that have an in-house IT team that are building these things, but it's not going to be more than 10% of the market from within the next 10 years. So from the hundreds of people that we've sat with, 5% of the people currently are trying to build something, or they tried to and then they switched over to Mudidi.
Okay.
Any other questions in the room? All right. Well, thank you so much for that. Great presentation. Let's go to our next presenter, for Wheels.
Thank you.
Tamer, go and kick off when ready.
Yes, let's do it. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Majority of the passenger vehicles on the road now, they lack connectivity. However, in the near future, more vehicles to come having true connectivity. And this creates challenge for main 4 industries, the AI, the mobility, the behavioral data, and the insurance. 4 wheels is the creating layer for this missing layer. Now we have more than 1.8 billion legacy vehicles on the roads globally, creating more than 3 million annual breakdown in both Egypt and Saudi Arabia, with more than 1 million person losing their life on the road. And the vehicle have the old data, simply it cannot communicate. And why we see now that this is the right time? Having a market like Saudi Arabia with more than 15 million passenger vehicle, Egypt more than 10 million passenger vehicle, and Africa overall having more than 60% still lacking connected intelligence, and the telematics adoption overall in MENA is less than 1%. Less than 1% in a market size that's valuated at a couple of billions of dollars. We see that the region have almost 100 million vehicles, and all of these vehicles are AI native intelligence eligible. They can get AI. However, when we started to validate the solution, we validated with a B2B, a pure telematic solution without an app. As you can see on the right here, this is a device where you plug it into your car. No hardware is required, no wiring, just plug and play experience. We get the vehicle data. And also from this data, we can get some driving behavior and crash detection. And if we detected a crash, we can do a crash trace analyzer. This is an MVP, where we apply here some physics along with the tech. So we detect the G-force that hit the car from where the car got hit. And also we apply an AI false positive filter to identify how fatal is the accident. And our market entry strategy was in Saudi Arabia. We have our operating company established since last November. Saudi Arabia is one of the biggest rental markets in the region. It's the rental is valuated at almost $2 billion. Our revenue architecture is all-in-one subscription with healthy unit economics. However, we see a clear, strong opportunity in the data revenue streams. Our validation so far is with 1 hour of our key account, Abdulatif Jamil, along with Uber. We have a project with them for a 400 Lexus vehicle. Also, Abdulatif Jamil dominated us into an internal innovation program where we have set with McKinsey and Accenture for a tech and business model validation. We have Antler deployed 180K with us as an institutional VC. Team is one of the strongest part in 4 wheels. I am Tamer. This is my second startup. Also, I'm a 3rd generation automotive family business. Hussam leading the commercial, have a unique sales profile when it comes to product, service, and franchise. And our key player, Mustafa, responsible for the data extraction layer. Mustafa is ex-Rolls-Royce, Lockheed Martin, and Volkswagen. The advisors complement the rest of the business model and tech, specifically cybersecurity, big data, machine learning, and AI. What I have just mentioned was our validation, because our vision from day one is to give you the ability to talk to your car. However, we validated first with B2B, we identified gaps, and now we are launching our AI. It's called Fauzi, because FWZ is 4 wheels abbreviation, so FWZ AI is Fauzi. It's a pure emotional relationship with your car. 3 phases. Phase 1, you download the app, nothing, no hardware. You get your car into car-centric community. Phase 2, you bring your own device where your car will be able to rate how you drive. Then phase 3, our intellectual property hardware, which by the way, we own the design, we won't manufacture it. Your car will be able to talk with you in a pure conversational matter. This is why we have won the insurance tech hackathon in Egypt with FRA and AUC. and currently we are in discussion with GIG for a pilot. Fauzi is going to be built on an experimental basis. We are in discussion with car communities before launching the app. We are taking their opinion in the features. Our approach is a vehicle agnostic layer. Imagine a Toyota Corolla 2010 along with an Xpeng having NVIDIA chipset pre-equipped, where they both will be able to get emergency call, InsurTech solution, smart city connectivity, digital twinning, vehicle to vehicle, vehicle to anything. It's a one platform that is vehicle agnostic. Why four wheels will win? With a lot of trials have been done in the telematics or the car data. Three main pillars. Pillar number one, the emotional hook. Drivers will download the app because they want to. Pillar two is the continuous gap that's growing between the modern vehicle and the legacy vehicle. And pillar three is the developer platform network effect, where we will be launching next year an SDK, so any company can develop the SDK that will be installed on your vehicle. It's basically three-track streamline. Our last year streamline was the revenue engine. This year is
we're at 5 minutes. Can we move to the fundraise ask?
It was this slide.
We're almost there. Good job.
Yeah.
Good timing.
It's a 5K bridge round. We already have committed 250K from Antler follow-on fund, 50K soft commitment from Revora, and we are looking for 200K.
Great. Who has our first question? Let's see. Jack, Bahar, what's your question, Bahar?
Hello, Tamer. I hope you're doing well.
Thank you,
Tamer,
Bahar.
can you go back to your business model and how do you actually monetize this?
Here you go.
Okay. So who's your paying customer?
The paying customer here is fleet owners or fleet operators. It's an all-in-one subscription. We sell them the device, the data SIM, and the platform subscription. And this is actually the Ablatif Jamil model. Yes.
So let's assume car rentals. How many car rentals you have contract with? Or fleet
We have in the
owners?
pipeline now. Let me get this. We have in the
No,
pipeline VIP cars, Yahma, Yellow, and Tsaqib.
Signed.
No, signed still not. Signed only Ablatif Jamil.
Okay, Abdulatif Jamil Enterprise or Automotive?
GMSS, Jamil Mobility Solution Services. It's a new company formatted under Ablatif Jamil that's focused on mobility and autonomous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Roberto, did you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. I mean, I really like the idea, especially part of the connection with your car. Quick question: is this something that you can be used also for example, other vehicles like motorcycles or I don't know, other type of vehicles, or it's just strictly to cars?
Yes, we can, but however, our focus is solely on passenger vehicles. We see this is the biggest opportunity and the biggest challenge.
All right, thank you. Great job. Good job.
Yes, thank you.
Time for one more question. Who has one last question for us? Jack, what's your question? I guess we're at the end of our questions. Thanks so much, guys, for a good presentation. With that, let's move to our next presenter, Delvify. If Charles, you can kick off your slides when ready.
Okay.
We see the screen.
There we go. Hi, my name is Charles. I'm the co-founder of Delvify. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the opportunity to radically reform the apparel industry without forcing creative uniformity. I'll give some examples of how our customers reduce duplication across brands, found better purchasing leverage with their mills through data transparency, and why this is one of the world's largest untapped opportunities. Fabric is very important for any garment. Any garment starts with a designer's idea, but from Chanel's boucle to Uniqlo's heat tech, the major cost of these designs is often overlooked. Yet across the world, from luxuries to basics, every brand uses Excel spreadsheets and emails to manage complex supply chains for these fabrics. This results in delays, errors, and ballooning costs. Delvify relieves the margin pressure on these brands by providing the operating system for sourcing. 3% improvement in margin by using our tool creates $300 million in bottom line savings for a $10 billion enterprise. We can do this in 4 ways. One is we make digital library creation as simple as a photo with a smartphone. 2, we gather all stakeholders' assets in one place. We enable real-time messaging to avoid errors, and we bring decision-making on cost where it belongs to the beginning of the process, not where it currently sits at the end of the process. All of these features are chargeable, and I'll talk about charging in a minute. So this is an example of how one of our customers has been using this. They've created some interesting and unforeseen lace ideas within an AI tool. This AI tool is not ours. This is our product here. So you take that created lace that just came out of someone's idea, or say the AI idea. We upload this into our product, and we can then search through tens of thousands of laces and very quickly find the actual product that is available in budget and on time. This saves hours of work for any designer or for any product sourcing team. You can immediately find what you want and immediately move to the next stage of garment production. Our customers love our product because it measurably decreases time to market and markedly reduces fabric waste. And this fabric waste is super important and a super big problem within the industry. And I'm sure people are very aware of the waste within the garment industry. Each dollar saved by a company, one of our customers, is a profit opportunity for us. So sustainability is really at the core of what we do. And we believe sustainable solutions should also be solutions that drive better economics for users in order to create a virtual cycle. By cutting waste, we save money and save the environment at the same time. But getting our brands to market, by getting our brands to market faster, we save them money, but we also reduce the waste significantly so that we can match demand to supply and reduce dramatically the amount of waste within the industry. Ours is the largest market in the world. You wear fabrics, you sleep in fabrics, you sit on fabrics, you walk on fabrics, you carry fabrics. Fabrics are so pervasive in your life, you don't even notice them. But we did, and we believe we can scale quickly to achieve revenue in this market. The one truly global industry, from the cotton gins of Egypt to the mills of Turkey to the shops in Dubai, are all connected through a fabric supply chain. The incumbent solutions downstream are PLM solutions and marketplaces. No major brand will buy from a marketplace because of reputation risk. No PLM has broken out of its method. So PLM is a product lifecycle management company, right? No PLM has broken out of its method of static gating and enabled the messy upstream to merge with the structured downstream. The benefits of capturing this information flows in our tool mean brands retain knowledge to improve processes and delivery. By adopting Delvify, we remove the barrier to profit. We've designed our platform around a land and expand strategy. We charge license fees to customers, primarily brands first, and then upsell to charge clients for each of the pain points that they experience.
We are at 5 minutes, Charles.
Pardon me?
We're at 5 minutes. Go and give us your fundraise ask.
Okay, there we go. Let's see, SWOT, operators, there we go. So we are, this is our second raise, first post revenue, committed to ensuring a fair and equitable distribution of profits for our shareholders. There we go.
Thank you for that. Who has our first question? Alanuf, what is your question?
Hi. What is your plan to scale or expand your product? So you do a part of connecting the designer with the supplier. So do you think of maybe add the fintech side?
On the what side?
The fintech side. I mean,
on the
maybe
fintech
you
side.
do the
We
factoring.
marketplaces, marketplaces don't work because generally marketplaces need to charge about 3 to 5% for for a transaction, and the profit margins for many of the suppliers in this chain are about 3 to 5%. That's why most of the marketplaces have failed. There is a way to transact within our platform, but we just charge a flat fee. We find that this enables us to scale faster. Most large brands, the enterprise level brands that we work with, have up to 1,000 users within their organization. So there's plenty of room to expand within these types of organizations without needing to charge for a marketplace.
You will targeting the B2B or B2C or both?
It's B2B. We're a complete B2B SaaS product. Yeah, because we work at the very upstream part where the designers are first figuring out they have an idea for a garment and they want to find the material. So if I'm making a shirt, I need to find the material for the lining, the material for the main shirt, for the pocket, for the thread, the buttons. I need to find all of these things. And once I cost them and see if I can have it delivered in budget and on time, then that moves to PLM and production and ERP systems. So we integrate with ERP systems and export the information into these systems to enable a clean workflow from the design all the way down to the production team. So it would be, for example, if you've got a designer in Egypt who has some great idea and they want to deliver this product very, very quickly, they could connect to their mills in Turkey, coordinate with them, and have the product made and then put on a ship to wherever in the world they sell.
Here, thank you.
Great.
Welcome.
Any other questions, guys? Okay, with that, Charles, thanks so much for a great presentation. We only have half a minute left, so we'll go and move to our final presenter, Paul Jaminet of NGX. Paul, you'll launch your slides and kick off. After Paul finishes, I'd like to ask each of the investors who came today, who would you like to follow up with? Just pick one name and we'll write that down and make an introduction. With that, Paul, go and kick off.
All right. Thank you, Hal. So NGX, we're a company built on a remarkable discovery, very fundamental discovery in cancer biology. It gave us the chance to make an entirely new kind of cancer drug, one that attacks all invasive and metastatic tumor cells and the growing blood vessels of tumors. And so this has the potential to be a universal therapy that can treat every solid cancer patient. The type of drug is an antibody drug conjugate. So this is what our drug looks like over here. The blue is the antibody. It circulates through the body and finds all of these dangerous cells from the cancer, and then delivers this cytotoxic payload and kills the cells. So as I said, we're built on this transformative discovery. We've created this drug. It's in the clinic. We've dosed 35 patients. And we're right on the verge in coming months of a major value inflection where we demonstrate efficacy with safety and transform the picture in oncology. So this is preclinical data in mice. This illustrates how the drug works. So we completely eliminate the blood supply to the tumor, and that causes a mass necrosis in the tumor. And on top of this, the drug can kill the individual tumor cells. So if any tumor cells invade or metastasize outward, we can kill them as well. We've completed a first pass through our dose escalation, so we have a good read on safety. As long as we dose to the left of the blue lines, we've had no severe adverse events. And going to the right, we can have severe adverse events. They're in people who are diabetic or have high blood pressure. And so we'll stratify the dose based on whether a person has high blood pressure or not. But what we found is at the higher dose levels, we seem to be delivering a significant survival benefit. So at doses of 6 milligram per kilogram or higher, we've had one death, but 5 of the 6 evaluable patients that we've dosed are still alive. And this is very impressive. At lower dose levels, the median survival was 4 months, and that's typical for this very difficult advanced metastatic cancer patient population that's failed all approved therapies and usually many other trials, clinical trial drugs before. So this is where we're at. We're projecting getting to approval in 2029, and we're looking toward a possible IPO next year. And we've got a world-class team, top people. Our founding scientists were at Harvard and made the top 2 discoveries in the field of angiogenesis. We've got senior leaders who had 7 approved ADCs, $70 billion of corporate acquisitions. And I myself am an experienced entrepreneur, former astrophysicist, best-selling author. So why should you invest? Well, we've got a transformative drug, potential addressable market of $100 billion a year of revenue, and potential upside, potentially 10x in a year, 100x in 3 years, and 1000x in 5 to 7 years. And we're right on the verge of the major value inflection. You can come in at what is essentially a seed valuation. We've raised $90 million in the life of the company, and the valuation is no higher than that. So, and we're only a few months away from getting the key data that will start lifting the valuation. So I hope you'll join us, and we'd love to dig in more deeply with anyone who's interested.
Thank you for that, Paul. Great presentation. Who has our first question? Let's see. Can you talk about the recent clinical data that you've come up with? What exactly did you learn from that?
Yeah, so essentially what we've seen is something very similar to this, that we consistently induce a mass necrosis, and that heals by scarring. So I don't have I have some of these images in the back of the deck. But this is what happens at doses that are too low. We induce a complete necrosis in the middle of the tumor. So this is a PET image that shows glucose uptake. There's no glucose uptake at all in the mass of the original lesion. But when the dose is too low, we don't kill enough of the tumor cells, and they migrate out to adjacent normal, and the tumor lives. But then when we get to higher doses, we start seeing stable disease with no growth, and we see the necrosis of the tumor is very consistent across all tumors. And so what we're doing is we're repeating some of those dose levels with the PET imaging and with circulating tumor DNA to get a better read on how many tumor cells have survived. And when we have that data, then the doctors will know how to manage the patients, and we'll be able to demonstrate everything we need to do to get to approval.
Great. My last question is once you have your final data from this round, what's the next step for you guys?
In terms of the ask, we're currently seeking to fill a $10 million convertible note. Did I miss that slide? That will bring us this key data and to proof of concept, which potentially is a 10x based on comparable antibody-drug conjugate companies. And at that point, we'll know we have an approved drug. We just have to do all the work involved. And so we'll be looking toward an IPO next year and a rapid push toward approval. We'll also be expanding globally, and we are looking in the Middle East. We're talking to folks in both the UAE and Bahrain about starting clinical trials and potentially looking. What we'd really like to find is an early path to approval and the potential, for one of the GCC countries to be the first approval in the world and a source of medical tourism where cancer patients can go and have their cancer healed ahead of the rather lengthy approval process in the US.
Great presentation, great questions and answers there, Paul. With that, we're going to wrap up our session today. And I'd like to just ask each of the investors who came, who would they like to follow up with? If I could just start at the top of the list. Alanouf, which one did you like?
Actually, I want to know more about Verofax. Is that right? Verofax?
Verofax?
And
Verofax, yeah. Huh? Okay.
yes. And
Yeah.
also vminds.
Veeam. Okay, good. That's great. Appreciate it. And then looking down the list, Badr, who would you like to learn more about?
Badr.
With that, let's wait till Badr gets back. Bahar, are you there?
Yes. Actually, there are a few companies that are interesting to know more about. جمعية, يلا في السكة, I guess, and also Four Wheels.
What was the last one? Four Wheels? Okay.
Four Wheels.
Great.
I'm sorry.
Four Wheels. Jack, which ones did you like?
Trase, I was super interested in. I think having like a more regionally focused player in that game is going to be a lot better than, Procore, Oracle trying to make construction management software, because it is just a very different market.
Okay, great.
So Paul, Trase? Okay.
And then
Mohammed?
I don't see Mohammed here. He had to jump in the car. We'll call up him afterwards. With that, let's go to Roberto, Oscar. We'll follow them up as well. Whale, a burrito.
He's not here. Dr. Siham.
Fikra, okay. Next is
Siham.
Sehem, or what did you find interesting, Sehem?
She here?
No.
Yeah, she needed to leave as well.
Okay.
Now,
Alessandra?
follow up. Alessandra also, she emailed us asking about certain names. I'll put them in the sheet so I'll update everyone.
Okay. Rishab of Anand gave us the documentation to Qatar Startup program. So if you check out the chat box, you'll see it there, and we'll find out who he wants to do. And then we also have Chris Sheets. Chris, what did you think?
Oh, there's quite a few of them that I enjoyed their presentations on. I'll get back to you on specifics. I want to go back through the video once more, just kind of skim, because there's probably 3 of them that I'd like to speak with.
All right. Well, great. Those are the investors we had on the panel. We'll make introductions once we get that information to you guys. We want to thank you guys for joining us today. Great presentations and great questions. I always appreciate working with this. With that, we'll go and wrap it up. Mustafa, did you have any final comments?
I think, yeah, we didn't ask Ghadir for startup name.
Thank you, Mustafa. I think I'd like to be in touch with Trase, Aristway, and Novi Holding. I know that's the general name, but yeah.
Novi. Okay.
Novi. What was the second one? No, Trase.
Second
Novi
one
Holding.
is Aristway. Aristway? The car? Yeah, the car.
Yes,
car one.
yes, okay. Gotcha.
And then
Gotcha.
Trase, please. Yeah.
Trase. All right, gotcha. All right, cool. That's very much. Tunk is not here. Yusuf, Yusuf, are you still here? He's not here anymore. Okay, cool. So I'll follow up with an email for everybody, and I'll make the introductions. And good luck.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us and staying with us for this. Appreciate it. We'll be back with another presentation probably in the September timeframe. If you're interested in learning more, let us know, and we'll be following up to get feedback as well. With that, we'll go and close it out now, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, guys.